An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas Longhorns and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Balmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is going to be a big challenge today. They have a great team coming in here, but he said, I am confident in our ability to handle that. We've got the best crowd in college football. They make every game a home field advantage. He said, I feel great that the crowd is behind us here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On the move. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Out wide right, it's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the back. Runs through a tackle. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Left side, it's Brown. There he goes! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Death everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This quarterback part of their running game. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Sets his feet. It's Levitt. Got his man downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Gets the back moving. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off for Brown. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll... down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those 2 guys able to link up.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The give to Caden Durham. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run him again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Right side, it's Green. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. He's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Plows through the defense. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out wide right, it's Harris. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of...
Makes a catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Breaks into the open. The 50. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Right back to the well. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Working that left side now. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a 1st at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Manning. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with Durham. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Right back to the well. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Wilson. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Wants to keep it in the air. Another incompletion on third down.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Arch is going to throw for it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moving the pocket, it's Manning. Incomplete, that one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Art's going to spin it again. Extending the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They booted away on 4th down. Coverage unit all over him. Stopped immediately.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got the back over the middle. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 22 team, the UCF Knights. And it's the Sun Devils in an absolute fistfight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Mountain West Conference.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. At the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touching.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. Their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Levitt. Tight end finds a soft spot. LSU will get a 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guys, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Motion from the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the
caught, and he's got room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Here's Durham. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Drops back, it's Slevin. Right side, it's Berry. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And really nothing else the quarterback could have done there. He wanted to throw the ball further downfield, obviously, to move the sticks, but the defense just took everything away. So he had to check it down, and the defense was able to rally, now setting up 4th.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Out wide right, it's Townsend. He'll get it out to the 14 before going out of bounds.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Quick give. It's Smothers. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Keeps it on the option. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun, it's Berry. Got the 1st down. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
3rd down from the gun, Manning escapes the sack. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The give to Caden Durham. Stopped right there.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The give to Caden Durham. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Making the adjustment. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Dumps it to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Durham. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bishop. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Last completion move to Stinson. Let's see if they try it again. Drops back on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got some room to run. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. A receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
Snags it! They will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. On the return, it's Wilson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Play action, here's Manning. Moving to his left. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it, they're on the move. Oh, the
could not go any worse for this offense. All you're thinking is run the clock out. We have the lead. Defense does exactly what they wanted to do. They had to get a stop. They had to force a turnover. They forced the turnover, scoop it up, and now craziness. They take the lead late in the fourth quarter. What a play by this defense.
That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and time is winding down. Arch Madness. Turns it upfield.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right side, it's Wingo. Runs through a man, and he might have space. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes second and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. Left side is Coleman. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.